Hello and welcome friends to a new Baldurs Gate 3 character build video and modded class showcase. This episode, we showcase the Scrounger homebrew class, a biochem specialist, by the mod author, Ban. Hope I pronounced your name right, friend. I'm a really big fan of this as it really switches up the playstyle and strategy when it comes to combat in BG3. So, according to the mod author, the Scrounger is a class that specializes in chemical warfare and bioengineering. You can fabricate unique, custom-made consumables that are only available to the Scrounger, from grenades that cause hallucination to arrows that grow malicious flora on the ground, or make throwables called capsules to summon monsters when detonated. Now, the very last part is what I want to focus this build around. Essentially, we are creating the Pokémon trainer. Now, a quick side note, I do want this character build to be very thematic, leaning into using summons in combat, and also, at times, supporting them with some other throwables as well. So I am going to be choosing some level up skills and the choices that really enhance this build even further, but also to try to stick to the theme of it and not be more so direct combat-y. More so, I'll be using this character as someone who supports their summons in battle. Without further delay, let's get into the first level of this build. For my personal roleplay purposes, I am using a Strongheart Halfling, and as an action, we gain Evolution, Motion Assist, Prosthesis, evolve a special polymer that expands when energized, reducing limb stress, allows the user to use Throw as a bonus action. At level 6, this evolution grants an extra bonus action, which, as some of you may know me from my previous character builds, I do love having an extra bonus action, as I am also using a mod that allows us to convert an action into 2 bonus actions and 2 bonus actions into an action, so the whole action economy mechanic. Scrounger's Fabricator. As a cultist of Witch Machinatio, you are given a fabricator capable of printing various consumables and tools. Fabricated consumables, tools, and weapons use your spellcasting ability modifier, which the mod author has stated is intelligence. Consumables and tools disappear after long rest, while weapons are permanent. Consumables can be shared between party members, but weapons and tools are bound to your inventory. Scrounger's Fabricator will be upgraded as your Scrounger level increases. Speculative evolution. Innumerable experiments on your body are causing it to evolve at an unfathomable speed. At level 1, you evolve Motion Assist Prosthesis, which allows you to use Throw as a bonus action. More evolutions will show up later. Makeshift Fuel Tank. A makeshift fuel tank with up to 5 unit worth of biofuel. Crafted from minimum viable materials, its low capacity can only briefly power up the Fabricator. And with basic fabrication, Fabricator can print basic tools, ammo, and concoctions. And also, a standard issue backpack given to every Scrounger upon joining the Cult of Witch Machinatio. It contains a field manual and some useful items for novice members. Note that the field manual is a book type item, so it won't be added to the hotbar by default. With the background, we are choosing Charlatan. Experiences have granted you expertise in deception and can cast Disguise Self at will. This is, like I said, going to be more of a support build, and also we're going to be using Disguise Self for some stealth purposes as well. As for the points in our abilities, Intelligence is going to be at the max at 17, Wisdom we're leaving alone, Constitution and Dexterity we're leaving at a respectable 14 and 12, and also with Strength we're leaving at a pretty decent 14 as well, as we will be relying on it for throwing our items in, well, in this case our makeshift Pokeballs. Stealth will be one of our main skill proficiencies, as well as Investigation at +5, Perception +2, and Deception at +3. At level 2, we gain a selection of different passives. The two here I'm going to pick are Vomer Tumor and Chitin Exoskeleton. With Vomer Tumor, we evolve a benign tumor that helps processing pheromones from certain creatures, grants us detect thoughts, speak with animals. That's the one I'm most focused on in terms of roleplay, and advantage on charisma related skill checks. With Chitin Exoskeleton, evolve a layer of hardened integument consists of a modified polysaccharide, shielding the user from harm, increases armor class to 13 plus our strength modifier. Level 3 grants us the salvage fuel tank. Salvage fuel tank with up to 6 units worth of biofuel, heavily worn but still functional. At level 4, I would personally pick ability improvement for the feat choice, putting 2 points into intelligence, and the actions we gain here are advanced fabrication, accumulation of technical experience inspired an upgrade in your fabricator. Now it can print advanced tools, ammo, and concoctions to give an edge in certain situations. Toolkit fabrication. You went on an expedition under the request of Cult of the Witch Machinado. Its biology division acquired a sample of a brand new species of aberrations and traced them all the way to the Cold Lands. These heinous blueprints were found during the expedition. Recorded on them are tools belonging to some suspicious people. These tools appear to be very rare from what you gather, a hint on the reclusive nature of their former owners. At level 5, the passive I would personally pick up here would be Biological Dispersal. Disperse into a cloud of sterile propagule, become resistant to all damage, advantage on Constitution, Dex, and Strength saving throws, and you're tiny in size. But you can't attack, cast spells, or talk, so pick and choose. And also with the class feature here, you gain more units worth of biofuel. Level 6. Extra bonus action to pick up there. At level 8, we gain more biofuel and also superior fabrication. Satisfied with your dedication, your patron provides further upgrade to your fabricator. Now it can print superior tools, ammo, and concoctions, gaining vast advantage in many scenarios. And personally for me, with this build, I would pick up optical melanophores. Gain +5 to stealth and turn invisible for 10 turns. Attacks against you have disadvantage and you can attack with advantage. However, this is mainly for us to use as a get out of jail free or reposition ourselves while our summons do all of the work. At level 8, I know it seems a little metagamey to be picking up Idle Hands, which admittedly is also a modded feat, which allows us to gain, yes, a bonus action, but also is very generous in letting us increase an ability by 1, but I'm going to very much lean into increasing our maxing out our intelligence and also making use of yet again another bonus action so we can exploit using the throw action and do more action economy stuff too. At level 9, we gain more biofuel tank, and also, doesn't matter which one you pick here, but you could roleplay Membrane Outgrowth as, let's just say, using the fly option for one of your Pokémon. Level 10 is when we gain Legendary Fabrication, which allows us to create even more incredible concoctions, which I'll be showcasing later on in the quick gameplay showcase. Level 11, more fuel tanks for us, and a custom fitted fuel tank as well. Proudly designed and assembled by yourself, it can sustain the fabricator for a very long period of time. At level 12, go ahead and pick up the last class passive here with Elastic Biomere. Basically gives you Enhanced Sleep and Featherfall for 10 turns. And the feat I would pick up here would be Healer. You could potentially have picked this up earlier and swap places with Idle Hands. Basically allows you to mend wounds quickly and get your allies back in the fight. Restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to your allies' wounds. This is essentially you healing your summon mid-battle or after battle as well. Alright friends, when it comes to equipment and gear choices, a lot of it does lean more into the support aspect of you being a little bit more passive in combat and also helping out your summoned creatures, but also leaning as well into a druidic kind of character too. But we'll start with the Circlet of Mental Anguish. If an enemy fails any of these saving throws, you regain 1 to 4 hit points. Derivation Cloak, when you poison a foe, heal yourself 1d4 hit points. And these 3 pieces here are modded pieces of equipment, which I'll leave the link to the mod in the pinned comment with the main class mod as well, Armor of the Young Strider. While you wear this enchanted ironwood studded leather armor, gain a +2 bonus to initiative. 5th level, Bestial Fortitude. And while in combat, you gain a +1 bonus to armor class at 5th level. 11th level, you gain advantage on all saving throws. These effects persist while your druidic wild shape ability. Spiritual Mallet basically allows us to cast a hammer that fights by our side, dealing 2d8 plus 5 force damage. Bracers of Peaceful Waters, Eldad's Touch, gain Cleansing Touch, and you can cast Create Water an unlimited number of times, but only while in combat. At 5th level, well, only once in combat. At 5th level, you can cast Sanctuary with these bracers, which Sanctuary basically allows our summons to become immune to any kinds of damage until they actually dish out damage themselves. And also Greaves of the Master Tracker. While you have these footwear on, gain Genial Strider. At 5th level, you gain advantage on survival checks. 8th, you can click heals and, as a bonus action, to dash. The wearer's movement speed is also unimpeded by difficult terrain. With our amulets here, Unflinching Protector Amulet. When a nearby ally is targeted by an attack of any kind, you can use your reaction to make that attack automatically miss. This effect can only be used once per short rest, but this is our way of protecting our summons in battle and giving them more survivability. As for these rings, we're using Ring of Salving and also Whispering Promise. Blessed Mercy. When you heal a creature, it gains a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 2 turns, and Savior's Allure. Restore an additional 2 hit points every time you heal another creature. As for our main weapon, Infernal Mace, will pair well with the Derivation Cloak. On a hit, the affected entity deals an additional 3 poison damage and could possibly poison its target, which also means an extra 1d4 poison as well, thanks to the cloak. Alright friends, we'll wrap up the video here by showcasing some of the unique actions and also especially the capsules specific to this class. I really do enjoy the concept behind this, and also it just adds a whole load of versatility and strategy when it comes to utilizing different skills and also summons in combat. Sorry if I don't really talk too much afterwards, just because at the time of the recording I did feel pretty sick, but I also want to know in the comments from all of you if you agree or disagree with some of my leveling choices, and also which of these abilities are some of your favorites. Do let me know what kinds of themes you're going for, or if you're sticking with only certain abilities. Like I said, this is a really versatile class, and also there's a lot that it brings when it comes to replayability too. Anyways, I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer. I'm going to be working on some more class videos for all of you to enjoy. But if you've enjoyed this video, regardless of whether you're a new or returning viewer, thank you so much for taking the time to check out this modded class showcase and character build. Until then, my friends, I'll save you all a seat at the table for the next adventure. Take care and farewell.
Give up now.